Hello everyone, my name is Joey McNeely, and today I'll be doing a tour, Google Earth tour, from here at DePaul University in Chicago, Illinois. And we'll be looking at a very underrated historical architecture building, and I believe it kind of gets hidden behind a poem. Now, if you guys understand that little hint I just gave you, we'll be able to understand what building I'm talking about. In Boston, you have your Tea Party, and you have your fine high institutions, and you have your Boston sports teams, and yada yada yada. And so, I think this building in particular gets underscored in terms of historical relevance. But we're just gonna jump onto it, and we're gonna look at the Old North Church. Now, if you caught on to the hint that I provided earlier about the poem, obviously you understand that the Old North Church involves Paul Revere's Ride, a poem by Henry Longfellow, or Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. I think that's the name. Don't quote me on that. But here we are. We're here at the Old North Church. Nice little shortcut right there. So here it is, this building right here. And we're going to just take this little fella and we're going to get a nice street view of the building. Or the church, I should say. So an interesting aspect that I want to note also about this is in Boston you can see that these narrow streets, every direction, you notice these narrow streets. And if you've seen any of the movies like Ben Affleck's The Town or Good Will Hunting, you notice that the streets in Boston are really narrow. And I found that interesting because in a couple other of the older towns, like Philadelphia, the streets are really narrow. If you watch Rocky, you can see that the streets are really narrow. So here we are. We're here at the Old North Church. Not to be underscored, but this is the tower where the lanterns were hung that alerted Paul Revere of whether or not the British were coming or what their movement was onto Charlestown. And I just figured that this historical relevance of this building just puts into perspective that, wow, history occurred at this building. And it could have changed the history and the direction of this country for what we know. Had those lanterns not been lit, had Charlestown not been alerted, who knows how history would have turned out. So it's just really interesting to see the ability of our country in the early stages, in our colony stages, before we declared our independence. It was interesting to see just how we were able to, band together and use our intelligence and our wit and to outthink the British. And I just find it kind of interesting because it's just one of those little jabs you can give the British whenever you sit there and you have a discussion with someone who lives in England or whatever, and you're American. You can just be like, hey, remember the Old North Church and Paul Revere? We got you guys that good on that one. So I just think it's a little jab, And, oops, sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. Just a little jab you could give them. So, that is the Old North Church. And now we're going to be making our return back to DePaul University. I know, a short vacation. No one likes those. But we have to return. And so let's just search up DePaul University in the search bar. And there we go. DePaul University, Lincoln Park, Chicago, Illinois. We'll enter that. And whoa! We're back into Chicago in a matter of a few seconds. The ability of Google Earth to do such a thing. So we're just going to zoom in right here. We're going to take a look at our wonderful campus. There's the quad. Here we have, let's see, hold on, let me make sure I get this angle right. Here's the Levant. Here's the Schma Academic Center. We have the library over here. And then we have the Arts and Letters. So let's just zoom in right here. Get a street view. I'm guessing this isn't the winter time, as you can see. Everything's really nice. I'm guessing this is probably right before we're about to get out for summer break. As you can see, very beautiful campus here at DePaul University. And that concludes our tour from Chicago to Boston and Boston back to Chicago. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys take the time to possibly consider going and visiting Boston. It's a wonderful, wonderful city. I highly recommend it. And that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a good day.